everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. To take off my glasses. No, God no. Oh my god. This is weird. I'm wearing makeup. I haven't put on makeup in 2 or 3 years now. Yeah. And it shows. I can't contour like I used to. So today we're going to be doing my top 5 YA books that I will always have on my shelf. One of them, I had a copy of it and I loaned it out and I've never gotten it back, so I have to repurchase. And so you're going to see 4. But the one that I loaned out that I have yet to repurchase is Perks of Being a Wallflower. It is one of my favorite books of all time. I love it. I think it's wonderful, and it was a really great book for me. I read it multiple times in my life, and I really enjoy it, and I always want to have it on my shelf. I'm kind of disappointed that I don't right now, because there's been times when I've wanted to reread it, and I can't, because it's just not there. I keep hoping they'll come out with some sort of limited or special edition, and it hasn't happened yet, so that is just a bummer to me, but maybe eventually it'll happen. We'll find out. The next one is going to be Markus Zusak's The Book Thief. I will never not have this on my shelf because I think that it's something that my children, I'll want them to read when they get older, as well as I like the story. I think it's an interesting narrator, which is death. I think that it's a really interesting depiction of the German side of life during World War II, and also Liesel just has a very strong place in my heart for a girl who was so strong and wanted to read so much. So I absolutely love this book. Next we have It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. This is drastically important to me. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, and it's sad that we no longer have Ned here on the planet. Unfortunately, suicide did take his life eventually. His depression was too much for him to handle, and he took his own life, which was devastating and a huge loss to the literature community, in my opinion. And I really wish he had been around longer. Because he was not, this book will never not be on my shelf. I feel like it's extremely important and valuable, not just because of his suicide, but because of what it represents in a mental health facility and how accurately it depicts certain mental health facilities, though not all mental health facilities are as kind as this one is, there are aspects of it that I even don't think are that kind in this book sometimes, but it's one of the kinder facilities I've read about, so there's that. And then Matilda, even though I know one of my close friends, Amanda, does not like this book due to fat shaming, I myself really found it endearing and sweet, and I have it for memory reasons. My mother read this to me when I was little, and she read it to me for bed. She read all the Roald Dahl books to me, and this is the one that stuck with me the most. Matilda was like everything to me. I felt like she was my friend, and I felt like she was a good person, and she was someone really good for me. I only depicted certain aspects of the characters in my mind. Though I knew that there was fat shaming towards the little boy, what was his name? With the cake, Boris. Though I knew there was a little bit of fat shaming as I got older, I did realize that that was there. He was Miss Trunchables, like, treated him really badly, and she shamed him for sure, but he was a good character, and he was really kind, and I really enjoyed that about him. But Matilda was really, like, my best friend. I loved her. And then the last one, and not least, is Out of the Dust. This is by Karen Hess. Karen Hess was one of the first authors I really adored, but this book was the first book I ever read. So my dad, he would sit up every night with me, and I was struggling to learn to read, so what he would do is he would read a page, and then I would read a page, and he would read a page in about a minute, maybe 2, and it would take him an hour to an hour and a half to let me get through the second page. So I got an hour every night with my dad because I couldn't read. which was really wonderful. So this book will never leave my shelf for that reason. So that was a lighter one than usual. That's just my top 5 YA books that will never leave my shelf, except for Perks of Being a Wallflower. Gosh, I need to rebuy that. Like, bad. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.